Alrighty, here we go. I'm John Rectum with my review of WWE NXT booking about stipulation matches. I had their good and wild moments. The rest was a bit of a mixed bag with a little bit of good. Let me know your thoughts in the comments. So we have Swerve versus Leon Ruff opening in a Falls Count Anywhere match. Swerve's awesome. Great representation of the Washington State wrestling scene. Super nice guy. Sky is truly the limit for a man of his talents. And I got the sweet shirt from him at one of the indie shows he wrestled at. And Leon Ruff will not be walking by the age of 35 because he will get you to watch him. He will take crazy bumps, treating his body like a crash test dummy. But man, it is really scary to see some of the bumps he takes. And I wasn't so sure if this feud warranted the Falls Count Anywhere stipulation, but for the most part, they paid it off. Now, I did like the opening where Leon roughly rushed at Swerve. If you try to say that 3 times fast, I could barely even say it once, and got hit with a knee strike. And then the DVD throw into the goddamn apron. Holy fucking shit. Leon taking some crazy bumps like he almost took a toolbox to the head. Swerve proving he has all the tools by hurling that, and Leon's like, holy shit, this motherfucker just threw a goddamn toolbox in my head. I need to get serious. And then they battle to the back, and Leon gets thrown into some lockers, and then they battle back to the entranceway. Attacks and dives from the entranceway feels so staged to me. And then the Poison Rana off the apron. I mean, granted, the way they did it was about as safe as you could do it, but I hate the Poison Rana spot. Swerve trash talks, gets a confidence boost on the outside for a 2 count. Toolbox to the knee, heel hook by Ruff, and then a cutter on the outside. And then some guy named AJ Francis shows up. Somebody told me he was from the A&E Lost Treasure show. That explains why I haven't fucking seen it. Or seen him before, because I've only heard of the show. It didn't appeal to me, so I haven't watched it. But you know what? I'm not going to knock the guy. If he's got the ability to at least be a heavy for Swerve, and if he wants to do this, cool. I'm willing to give him a chance. If he shits the bed after a while, then I'll absolutely, rail against him, but it is what it is. It was a bit strange, a bit weird, a bit of a weird way to debut him. And then Swerve wins. So I guess Swerve's group that we've only seen in vignettes will be part of the show going forward. Okay, is what it is. So, get your vaccine today, unless you voted for the guy that tried an insurrection attempt to take over the country. You can all fuck off and rot from the inside out in front of your families for all I care, and fuck y'all if you don't like it. Because I'm goddamn sick of this shit. Sick of people not taking this crap seriously. Anyway, Gargano and Theory do bad comedy. Scarlett is sitting there in Regal's office, and Theory says, oh my god, are those real? Those are the biggest nails I've ever seen. Granted, it's not the worst that Scarlett's been shamed in a wrestling promotion, Don Scarlet Fever Callus, allegedly. And Gargano's like, no, I saw the nails. Don't do this right now. We got to go do something. We got to go help Indy and Candice prepare for their match. Anyway, Grimes took on Asher Hale, and I don't really care for the new Cameron Grimes, and I have nothing against Asher Hale, and cave in after a couple minutes. And Casey and Caden are interviewed. Is Casey willing to mask her pain as well as herself, or is she just going to continue to be an idiot? Anyways, Frankie Monet shows up. We believe in you. The dog believes in you. The dog is just like, yeah, okay, human mom, sure. Can I go down now? Can I go down, wander around everything and just have fun? I don't want to be held. Anyway, Grimes talks to Everrise, who are still a thing, and says he's going to the VIP room. Grizzled hung veterans. They talk about, being soon to be rectomized. I think I heard that right. And they took on Ciampa and Thatcher. Ciampa, of course, wearing blue for Blue Lives Matter Ciampa, and grizzled young veterans, or hung veterans, whatever you want to call them, in red. Red versus blue, and Drake Wirtz is there. Gee, of course he would support the red team. Let me just say right now, I actually really don't care politically how you feel. That is your business. But when you become as toxic as Drake has, and Drake Wirtz, not Drake Maverick has talent, and actually has benefit, done stuff beneficial to the wrestling business as opposed to Mr. Wirtz, who really is the Wirtz referee going. Honestly, they need to can that guy. Because he did a freaking Zoom meeting and was wearing an NXT shirt and spouting fucking rhetoric. Goddamn. This guy is so far into the goddamn Q bullshit. The Q key on his goddamn phone is broken. Don't ask me how that works. So anyway, the headbutt spot. Don't know why. Ciampa got a hot tag and the clubbing blows. And then he got sent over the goddamn announcer's table. Thatcher was back in. At one point, Barrett's shoe had gone missing, and Thatcher got it, and because he hated Gibson and jacked his shoe off, I think that's how the saying goes, he got the victory after tapping out Gibson. Okay, is what it is. And then Theory and Gargano want to talk to Regal, and then Regal's like, what the hell are you doing here bothering me? So, but it was basically because Gargano's like, well, hey, Reed shouldn't get a shot. It's only because Dexter Lumis showed up and everything, and get the title off of Gargano, just please. Swerve's group will reign supreme or just leave and go party. Video package on Saray and Zeta, which sounds like a weird buddy cop. And then Quarian Cross, that's what I'm going to call him from now on because he's in Drake's group. And Quarian Cross was a nice guy when I met him. But I'm sorry. You're that goddamn stupid. Yeah, you kind of deserve to be made fun of. So Scarlett and him are there, and he says he's going to take Theory out and dump him on his head and stuff like that. And then O'Reilly is dressed as Freddy Krueger from the Nightmare on Elm Street remake, which I just retro-reviewed if you want to check that out. And then Pete Dunne shows up and says he will beat them both. And here's Balor. And he attacks Cross into four-way, and it's messy. Security. Gargano and Theory attack Cross, by the way. Because, Cross justifiably cross about, somebody hitting on his woman. I don't necessarily blame him. And then, I'm sorry. This just didn't really work for me because Theory's going to get demolished in like 5 to 7 minutes by Cross. Because I don't care how athletic he is. There is no way that Theory should gain that much offense on Karrion Kross, who is, by the way, the NXT champion. And then Gargano and Theory leave, basically saying, well, Indy and Candice don't need us, and also, shit, we just laid out a guy that is really scary. Let's go. Zeta Ramir versus Saray. Okay, why not? It was fine. The nice submissions. Few near falls. I think it was too early to do this, though. Saray has just debuted. Zeta got that shocking win over Toni Storm. Zeta, got spiked on her head, and Saray wins. So, all right. And then Imperium's talking to Walter to implement the final phase of their takeover of NXT. And then the Diamond Mine. What is this? Tell me it's for Duke and Shafir, and tell me that AEW... I don't really want Tessa signed anywhere, but make it AEW's problem and don't sign Tessa. Like, really, that's just inviting a lot of goddamn problems into your locker room when you already got some problem people. So, Saray and Zeta are talking. Saray's showing respect, and then Tony wants to talk to her, and then Zoe stops her. We're obviously getting a tag match at some point. It's gonna be, oh god, who the hell would be in the goddamn tag? Well, anyway, maybe we'll just get other singles matches. Maybe it'll be a four-way. Maybe it'll be a four-way of 4 women Human Centipede together. And then we get to LA Knight versus Jake Atlas. Jake has been very, very underutilized in WWE. LA Knight needed to win, and he did. But man, Jake Atlas, I'm not saying he's going to be a world champion, but fucking hell, like they signed him and they have done next to nothing with him. Anyway, yeah, LA Knight gets a victory. Candice hides a painting that Dexter Lumis left for Indy, and then also is in the window doing more bad comedy holding roses than she does the blinds thing. And look, I don't like the way. I don't find the way funny at all. I like Indy. Candice can work. Gargano can work. Theory can work and also be a creep. Seriously, the comedy stuff just doesn't work for me. It works for some people. That's fine. The way, to me, is the worst stable in WWE today. So, Tony apparently thinks that Zoe is losing, it's like her taste is running out. She thinks that her taste is going sour. Kind of gross. And she wants to face her. Legoland Phantasm wants all the gold again. Kushida pops up on the screen, hacking the Matrix, and says, hey, let's have a match next week, Escobar. It's going to be 2 out of 3 falls. Sit down with Raquel and Mercedes, where they shouted at each other in Spanish a few times for their match next week. The dog took a shit in the tank. Shotzi's tank. Remember when Shotzi was selling some of that? Her own shit, apparently. Remember that? I'm not here to shame. You make money however the hell you want, but I'm like, was that a shot at Shotzi? Can't even think of a good pun for that. The dog shit in the tank. Right before this apparent blood feud. For the Cameron Grimes, by the way, then does bad comedy outside of a lounge that Teddy DiBiase rented out and Cameron couldn't get into it. They are bound determined to continue this. Now, Shotzi and Ember versus Indy and Candice. Street fight for the women's tag titles. And so much plunder in the CWC, if you will. And I didn't like this that much. I liked some of it, but this was proof that while these women are crazy, and I will not fault the talent of these women. Indy's young. She's getting better. Candice can work. She just doesn't have any personality. Shotzi's nuts. Ember's nuts. I liked some of it, but when the furniture didn't cooperate, they were killing themselves. And for what? For tag titles that have been passed around more than one of, that have jumped around more than one of my exes at a college party? That's pretty fucking ridiculous. Tables and chairs and lots of stuff, and trash can drop kick to Indy, and a trash can lid concerto, if you will, of like a sandwiching, Candice being sandwiched between two metal pieces. And then, God damn it, just we got the ladders out. We got other stuff out. I had to get more notes, more tables, chairs, trash can, ladder dive. Shotzi killing herself on that. I don't know how Shotzi's going to be walking in 5 years. And Shotzi, I mean, I briefly met her at an indie show. Really nice. But she's freaking nuts. Table bump on Indy. I mean, that's what I call a trust fall. We get a moonsault onto Shotzi and a ladder for 2. And then, yeah, we just get a whole bunch of weird stuff. Just more weapons, more stuff that just all blended together. I'm not saying they didn't put in the effort, but just at some points, it was like, a ladder didn't really, none of the ladders broke. I am the table, I am the ladder, uku kachu. And just this all started to become noise. I didn't like it. I mean, the effort was there, but I just didn't really like it. Wicked stepsister for 3, new champions. Seriously, the championships just got implemented 7 weeks ago, and we are already on our 3rd set of champions. Keep them on Indy and Candice at least until, I don't know, the SummerSlam TakeOver, or maybe even like, October TV or something like that. Give them a 5-month run. Even though I don't really want to see more of the way, like at this point, you got to do something. I don't know. This didn't... I feel bad because I really appreciated what the women did, but just it got to be where it's just hardcore garbage. And in any promotion, that just becomes a whole lot of noise. Anyway, agree, disagree with what I said, like, share, subscribe, Twitter handle in the description. I'm John Retlin. I'll see you soon.